Yo, boys, in the live stream, I've got pickaxes as a bloody ghost. Wait.
Yeah, we know phone user agreement broken. Quinn looks up countdown and an internet search finds an article about Fortite, then a video from a commenter saying she too is experiencing unintended spooky side effects from the app.
Like last night, I saw my cousin who died in April. I saw him.
The woman then says it's here, and I'll believe her. Count her as dead, even though plenty of the comments think it's fake and or bullshit.
Jack, you know, I purposely put Fortite. Do you like my pickaxe as a ghost? Do you like it? Do
She takes it to a repair shop.
you like my pickaxe as a ghost?
Getting good Yelp reviews.
Yo, do you like my pickaxe as a ghost then? Tell me. It's okay, yeah, no. Yeah, I want Wolverine's pickaxes instead. Yeah, boy.
I trust you. Something in your eyes says you're normal.
Yes! Woohoo! I will have my revenge.
The thing gets corrupted in no time. Next, and the countdown app is once again unable to be removed. Another customer named Matt hears Quinn freaking out, so he goes to the parking lot and shows her that he's part of the countdown club too.
Can you join this show?
With Current, the side cash app everybody's talking about.
They head to a bar and talk about the app's user agreement in flat dialogue meant to be funny.
I'm suspicious. Every word.
Let's see a little energy here, people. Come on. Wanting to read over the agreement again. They decide to use the phone of a drunk conspiracy theorist Firefly, played by John Bishop, who, 35 years earlier, played a very excitable bully in Silent Night Death. I'm sorry. What was that? Oh, that's what I thought you said. Reading over the terms and conditions more closely, they discover the clause like...
I got big tits and I'm not lying.
Matt says he attempted to alter his fate when he canceled the trip he would have been on when his countdown would hit 0. Just like Quinn canceled her cemetery visit, which also would have occurred at the end of her
Bullshit!
You know, I think it's pretty obvious. There's only one explanation here.
Demons.
Yeah! Wait, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like demon stuff to me.
I guess it's decent.
Why do I even have my phone off charge? I do not know.
Priest at the hospital, but on their way to go see him, Nurse Amy pulls Quinn aside, leaving Matt to do his best Ian Malcolm impression. That's chaos theory. Matt has a bathroom run-in with the feet of a young boy who just can't pick which stall he wants to poop in. Hell, he can't even figure out how to walk backwards without breaking his ankle. Damn! The lights flicker off, there's a scary flying demon kid, but then it disappears, and that scene is over. Nurse Amy takes a swing.
That scene is over. Jack, me and Josh won on our second game as humans on Fortnite Battle Royale. Innit, Josh?
Quinn is understandably scared about her abuser's,
Oh yeah, it was the first. Yeah, it was the first. We won our first game.
then we just got Fortnite Battle Royale, and then we got one last game.
Yeah.
Quinn and Matt go to a church to meet their demonologist. Find him in the bath.
I won on my second game. Yeah, we won on our first. So yeah.
Body is Father John, played by PJ Byrne.
You need a mic. Do you have a mic?
Final Destination. And it's great to see him in a less obnoxious role here as an excitable but inexperienced demon-obsessed priest.
Alright, we're doing my challenges again, because that's what me and Josh are doing. We're just helping me with my challenges. We might go to Slippy's, but maybe not back on the sugar grenades, because you're doing duos with a sweat. What do you mean? I'm a sweat. Josh, who's better, me or you?
Have a comedic tone. Producer Anders
See?
works in comedy, having written Hot Tub Time Machine and written in
And it's just a catty eliminations at Craggy.
Producer Met Director Justin.
I need to do my awakening challenges for Doom. I need to do my awakening challenges for Storm.
Sex Drive.
Yeah.
Always maintain those connections, folks. Father John tells Quinn and Matt a story about a Roma woman who once told a prince when he would die. When the prince tried to avoid his fate, he got hit with a cosmic punishment in the form of a fictional demon. Ozan, that scary hobo, tormented the priest until his prescribed moment of death, which is the same fate that awaits anyone who breaks countdown terms and conditions. Only his credit cards to hack into it.
This feels illegal. I like it.
He opens the app's code.
Off to the weather station.
Has some Latin. Chris begins searching up their names. Derek sees that he has 32 years left and decides to alter the code and set himself up for an oldest living person record. When he goes to look up Quinn's code, they discover that her sister Jordan's name is also listed inside the app.
Actually, no. Hers is 3 minutes shorter.
Did you just actually this woman about her sister dying, dude? He changes all their codes and takes off for a Tinder date, leaving Quinn and Matt a little more relieved now that they'll live to be Nona and octogenarians. Still, they figure this whole experience is as good an excuse as any to stay the night with each other.
Do you want to be alone tonight?
Not at all.
Oh, gee, over that.
Not at all. At Quinn's house, Matt divulges his #dramatic
Oh my god, I'm going to totally start doing Billy Bounce.
got sick, which took up all his parents' attention and got the 6 siblings some sweet toys.
Stupid.
Come on then.
Dinosaur.
Whoa, ain't nothing stupid about a robot dinosaur. Anyway, Matt took the dino robot from his dying bro, not thinking about how guilty he would feel until this very day, or about how his dead brother would visit him in hospital bathroom. Quinn also opens up and says how once upon a time, he was young, she ran off to a party.
What were we doing Minecraft?
She got killed by a drunk driver. With their misery tale trade complete, the two of them have earned a snuggle sash. Oh, I love snuggle sessions. Don't you, Matt?
No, are you calling my name?
Wait, it's yours. Oh my god! Turns out their app hacking didn't work worth shit, and both of them are back down to their final hours. Jordan is as well, which is why she's getting tormented by Ozan, who appears as their dead mother asking where Quinn is. Quinn comes and gets her, and the 3 of them go back to Father John, who translates the Latin to the app's code.
Come on, ready up.
This is like really good. He's excited because he thinks he knows how to break the code. All they have to do is prove Satan a liar by making their death clock wrong, even if only by a single second. They create a protected symbol on the ground using white paint and blessed holy salt. The plan is to stay inside its boundaries, keeping them safe from deadly demons until Matt's clock runs out and Satan is proven wrong. As his countdown nears its end, Ozan comes a-calling, but he's unable to cross the sodium boundary, no matter how scary he be looking. I really like Ozan's design, which was done by worked on everything. They based the design off a drawing by Aaron Sims, who also created Stranger Things' Demogorgon. He and the effects artist Dirk Rogers portrayed the demon on set after a makeup process that only took a single hour. Surprisingly, Ozan is almost entirely practical, aside from some digital augmentation around his eyes.
I am Storm, I will eat your nun alive.
Out by sending in the greatest toy of all time. Motherfucking robot dinosaur! Ozan appears
Motherfucking
as
robot dinosaur.
and admonishes him for his childhood thievery, then gets him to take a step outside the salt circle so it can grab him and pull him away. By the time Quinn gets outside to help, Matt is hit by a truck and smashed straight into a tree. Poor guy. Anyone got a painkiller to give him? Might make his last seconds more comfortable as they run out right on time, solidifying their failure. Then someone's life past their countdown. Jordan's bleeding from a spill she took in the basement, so Quinn takes her to the hospital she works at, probably hoping to get the family rate. While there, she's approached by another nurse named Rachel, played by Lana Kissack, who once had a YouTube channel, and who very nearly became a drunk Disney guest back in the day. Rachel tells Quinn that she heard about what happened with Slimy Sullivan, and that she too has been a victim of the guy's harassment. Rachel's revelation gets
Jack, why don't you jump the man?
Can't prove Satan a liar by keeping someone alive. Maybe she could do it by making someone punch their time card early.
We know you have Awakening Challenge, but you don't need to do them yet, you know.
She decides her only option is to orphan some vampire. Quinn goes to Sullivan and comes on to him, saying that she wants her job back and is willing to do anything for it. She leads him to a closed wing of the hospital where he follows a trail for a tire. But this game of cat and mouse ends when the mouse runs up and starts beating the shit out of the cat. Quinn goes to stab Sullivan with a fatal dose of morphine, but he just says no with the help of his friend Ozan. She catches up to him, and yes, shouts the time we reference.
Your time's up, raping.
But even after she chucks a fucking crowbar at him, she's unable to kill him thanks to continual interference by the bulldoze and Ozan. Jordan's here now, the end of her death clock, meaning she can be cancelled early without a satisfying conclusion. Damn, Ozan, you're really about to...
No. Oh, I need to drive from Slurpee. I need to search chest at Slurpee. I also need to drive from Slurpee to Catty.
With a plan C in here.
Cleanse tanks? What do you mean cleanse tanks?
Someone else, Quinn has decided to end her own life.
Josh, why is it saying cleanse tanks of the challenge?
Ozan tries to stop her with the hallucination of her dead mom, but Quinn sticks to her plan and sticks herself with an overdose of morphine. Sorry, Ozan, floating Quinn in the air ain't about to save her. She's dead, ahead of your clock, meaning Satan, just like Paul Giamatti. That lie.
Where?
With his curse broken, Ozan straight up disintegrates right in front of them. Drops Quinn's body to the ground. A distraught Jordan heads to her dead sister.
Wait, what?
Form instructions on her arm. Looks like she
How?
saved Quinn through the power of all together now drugs. It works. Quinn is revived, but I'm gonna leave her on the kill count because I think she would have.
Right, yeah, I clean the tanks. I know.
I don't think you can just fake a death for a demon. So to me, this
the natural ghost.
counts as a kill, even if they did throw a reverse Uno card at.
Jesus.
Does that contradict my counting in some earlier episode? Almost certainly. I mean, there's 240 of these fucking things. Quinn's family finally makes that cemetery. And they see on the news that Doc Sullivan has been arrested. So the movie ends. Everything great, right? Wrong. Quinn just found a new apple.
Come over here.
There's also a mid-credit where Kevin is showing
I know, but 1 second.
on a Tinder date with fellow comedian Christina Pazzi.
Tell me.
Who also asked
Wait, tell me if you can.
wife. No, that's not. The app's a little creepy.
Wait, tell me if you find a chest.
I'm not going to count a kill in here because Kevin's original timeline showed him living for decades more. And it doesn't make sense to me that Ozan would make himself a liar just for widow old Kevin. How many kills did I count up and count down? Let's find out. And you know, actually, I probably feel like maybe numbers today.
Yeah, people.
It's broken. What? I didn't sign no contract. I'm my own boss, Ozan. So I guess, you know, maybe I should read the numbers anyway. There were 5 deaths in Countdown, though only 4 of them stayed permanent. Huh, lower body count than I'd expect. Oh well, at least it gave us one of those rare female majority pie charts. With a runtime of 91 minutes, that left us to kill on average. And then the golden chainsaw for coolest kill to Evan. Obviously,
Big Big!
we're bangers.
Yes!
The best directed, I think. Dolbachevsky for lamest will go to the snuff video victim. Couldn't really see what happened. And that's it. Countdown came out in 2019.
It's saying I'm out of the vehicle and it's still saying do the countdown challenge from Slurpee to Thingy.
Invisible Man. But until then, I'm James A. Janine. This has been the Kill Count.
The ghost.
For watching this Kill Count. I want to thank some patrons like Colton Bell, Amanda Kronstadt, David Stoller, Abby, Matthew, Mitch Gibson, and Abigail M. I'm looking to make some tweaks to the
Abigail M.
forward. I would love to hear your advice. What do you want to see? I know I had the Dead Meat sign up there before. I want to have it up there again. I'm just hesitant to nail into this newly painted wall, you know? The colored light.
Oh, chest down there.
Now, do you miss those? Do you notice those? Thanks, everyone. Be good.
Good chest.
Don't care. Your boy is going to Catty.
A legendary form.
Your boy's going to a Catty in a truck.
We tally up the victims in all our favorite horror movies. I'm James A. Janine, and today we're looking at Ready or Not, released in 2019. Ready or Not is full of heightened characters and pitch black comedy, as it takes the idea of unlikable in-laws to a whole new level. The woman about to inherit a new family is Grace, played by Samara Weaving, the effervescent star of The Babysitter. And lest you forget, Samara Weaving, niece of Hugo Weaving, is an Aussie, which means she rocks out all of these roles while doing an impeccable American accent.
Weapon of choice for Grace in this scenario is whatever she can get her hands on.
Grace is marrying Alex Ledomas, family members are stinking rich and full of stink eye. Their wealth began when their ancestor, a 19th century gaming magnate, struck a Faustian bargain with a mysterious figure named LaBelle. And due to that arrangement, the Ledomases have a tradition whenever new people join the family. All they have to do is play a game on their wedding night. Upon completion, they're part of the family. Or dead. I mean, it's one of the two, so flip that coin, Grace. Since this Ledomas ritual was started so long ago, the current benefactors aren't even sure if it's real or not. That uncertainty not only adds an air of mystery to the movie, but is also a great way to create conflict between all these spoiled
Where you going?
blue blood. Although some viewers found Ready or Not a bit too comedic.
Why are you trying to get this catty and all?
Action and humor and keeping the
Oh, well, my challenge cancelled because I had to get the truck.
but that makes sense. These characters are much less realistic than their counterparts in that film, which, to be clear, is not a bad thing here. The ensemble cast feels perfectly in harmony.
Oh, Jesus, a guy.
With a sense of humor to their character. And guiding the performers were co-directors Matt Bettinelli-Olvin and Tyler Gillette, who, along
Got
with
him.
Sir Chad Boyega,
Boom, you're dead. Yeet, thank you, and
horror movies, and one of the segments
I will be...
we collectively are Radio Silence. I had a great
Josh, I need to get this. There'll be rifts at the Black Panther thing.
If you're even
Well, you have 6 kills, cool, I have 3.
I recommend
What's your point?
this video and follow through. It's a lot of fun.
Don't get all the rifts because you're winning away from me, you know. I'm getting the thing.
All the funny lines because there are just too damn many of them.
I'll meet you downstairs, music room.
Yes, a totally normal room to have anyhow.
Let's find out how many dead bodies it takes to pay for a honeymoon and get to the kill.
Where's the XP coin?
With a devil man piece on the cover of a game, LaBelle's Gambit. We find ourselves in a mansion with lots of game guns. And it's through these halls that young brothers Daniel and Alex Ledomas run around frantically until the younger Alex is placed in a wardrobe to hide. A dude named Charles runs into Daniel first and asks the young lad to help him hide.
He's in here!
Aw, that's Daniel. At least it's not helping Charles, as he's surrounded by massive figures. As his new wife Helene cries out, Charles is shot with a crossbow that's hauled off to die. We don't get to see his actual death.
Yeah, what?
Ledomas yours, but
Yeah.
take it from Helene's somber.
Rhea.
He did. 30 years later, that little hiding boy Alex is now a Marion. And today is the
What?
wedding. He's marrying Grace.
Shut up.
Foster home and is eager to inherit a family. Too bad she thinks the Ledomases hate her, partially because she and Alex have only been together for a year and a half. He tells her it doesn't matter. Although his family is rich, they also
What's that yellow person? Let's kill him because he's weird.
in fact, his
I'm
family
joking.
sucks so much, is Grace sure she wants to join us?
Giving you an out. Right now.
Alright, Grace, your call. The only Ledomas that Alex likes even a little bit is his older brother Daniel, played by Adam Brody. Last seen on the show, now being wasted in streets.
No, shut up.
And a more moderate case of alcoholism. But at least he's complimentary of Grace.
You don't belong in this family. I mean that as a compliment.
That cannot be said of the rest of the Ledomas. Stare daggers into the bride whenever they're not openly voicing their displeasure.
You could have done so much better.
Aunt Helene here is especially grumpy Catholic, but you can't really blame her. I mean, she had to come all the way from the cube to get here. Alex's mom, Becky,
I need a shockwave grenade. 3 people, Josh. I have 2 shockwaves. Nay.
her family members. Becky reassures her
No, I need to do it.
daughter-in-law that she too came from a lower class.
Yeah, but you're tier 90.
As well, which allows her to offer some unique advice.
Stand tall and fuck 'em.
Yeah.
Got him.
Yeah. The wedding itself is certainly nice, and just like that, Alex and Grace are husband and wife. That night, before they could get consummated, Alex tells
Oh, XP coin, golden one.
traditions to tell.
At midnight. It's just something we do when someone new joins the
Oh,
It'll be a randomly drawn game, and Grace doesn't even have to win it.
done
She
it.
has to
Yes.
play. After that, she'll be a Ledomas. Stevens, the family butler,
Yeah.
replace Grace into the music where the rest of the family is waiting. In addition to Alex's older brother Daniel, his Mama Becky and his Aunt Helene. This family also includes Alice's coked-out younger sister Emily, her spark-humping husband Fitch Bradley, their two shitty little house-spawn kids, Daniel's prissy wife Charity, and of course, the family pages.
Nice to meet!
So they all vary in their sentimentality.
Lee, it's nice to see you. From Edmund. You continue to exist.
Oh, Ghost! Ghost! Oh my god, a ghost killed them!
Of their family's ancestors. Tony tells the
A ghost killed them! That ghost is a G.
During the Civil War,
I think he may have accidentally killed me though, but he's still a G.
expanded the business into sporting goods, board games, and pro sports. I'm a huge board game fan.
Oh, Jack's a ghost as well. Oh, no wonder he died.
Care given to the Ledomos' fictional products. The boxes portray board games made by the family from throughout the ages, from the Victorian era to the 1960s to today. They were created by assistant art director Laura Hochstad, and I am seriously impressed by how believable they are.
Fish! I died as well.
Tony tells Rick that the Ledomos...
I got 7 kills, Jack. I got 5 kills. I know.
On a ship one time. LaBelle owned this puzzle box right here and bet Slick Vic that he couldn't solve it. But Victor did figure out how the Cenobite phone works, and in exchange, LaBelle funded his business endeavors. Ever since then, New LaBelle the family in a process that begins with putting a blank card into LaBelle's box.
Then, drawing the card, and Mr. LaBelle will tell us which game to play.
The results can be almost anything.
I got chess.
I got Old Maid. Seriously, what the fuck is Old Maid?
And when Grace draws her card, it says hide and seek. Too bad it doesn't say to make a shit your pants face game. Alex would have won right away. Tony explains the rules to Grace. She'll hide anywhere inside the house, and after a count of 100, the family members will try to find her. And don't you worry about those security cams, Grace.
We never use the cameras. We always play the games as they wouldn't play them in great grandfather's time.
With that, she's off to hide. Let's get some mood music for the festivities.
Someone sky basing.
Victorian era?
Oh my god, go up it! Wait, knock it down, knock it down, knock it down! Knock it down! Knock it, wait, no, go up it and be friendly.
By how believable they are. I mean, yowzers.
Or are you knocking it down?
Tony tells Grace that the Ledomos' success all began with a benefactor.
Knock it down, knock it down.
Named LaBelle, who met great-grandpa Victor on a ship one time. LaBelle owned this puzzle box right here, and bet Slick Vic that he
No, knock it, Josh! Come on!
Figure out how the Cenobite phone works, and in exchange, LaBelle funded his business.
Josh, do it!
Ever since then, new Ledomoses are in
Someone's already shooting you down.
in a process that begins with...
You could have got them kills, but no, you didn't.
Then, drawing the card, and Mr. LaBelle will tell us which
Fair
game
enough.
to play.
The results can be almost
Just go.
I got chess.
I got Old Maid. Seriously, what the fuck is Old Maid?
And when
Oh,
Grace
yes, there
draws
was.
her card, it says hide and seek. Too bad it doesn't say to make a shit your pants face game. Alex would have won right away. Tony explains the rules to Grace.
How's that
She'll
fair?
hide anywhere inside
Right,
the house,
right.
and after a count of 100, the family
Not
members
one.
will try to...
Whoa.
And Samara Weaving, niece of Hugo Weaving, is an Aussie, which means she rocks out all of these roles while doing an impeccable American accent.
Weapon of choice for Grace in this scenario is whatever she can get her hands on.
Grace is marrying Alex Ledomos. Family members are stinking rich. Her car.
Did you die?
And it doesn't say the pants face game. Alex would have won right away.
Josh, did you die?
Explains the rules to Grace. She'll hide anywhere inside the house, and after a count of 100, the family...
Are you dead?
People everywhere.
Just like with the art design, helps make readier while Grace hides herself in a dumpster, Tony hands out weapons to all the Ledomos. Rita gets a battle axe, while most of the others get guns. Though sadly, none of them peacemakers. Still, better than the crossbow that Fitz gets set. As that amazing hide-and-seek song these perfectly defined characters line up to kick the movie into Act 2 fun and games. Here I come. Alex isn't partaking, and instead, after everyone else has left to hunt around for Grace, he takes some servant passages through the house back to his room. Grace gets bored waiting in the dumbwaiter and also makes her way back to the room, where Alex tells her to hush and hides her when they hear one of the maids approaching. The newly married couple watches as a Ladomas maid named Clara gets shot right in the face. Yeah, Grace, this shit's for real. The shot was fired by little sis Emily, who thought Clara was Grace. A mistake her family members roundly chastised her for making.
You're supposed to name her. She needs to be alive for the ritual.
It takes Clara a minute, but eventually she dies, leaving her body to be dealt with indignantly by Tony and Helene. Learning the stakes of this game has left Grace in shock. Down in the tunnels, Alex explains that hide and seek was the one bad card she could draw. Any other game, like chess, would have been played as normal. But the hide and seek card kicks off a ritual, one where his family must murder her by sunrise. And there was no way to avoid this. Drawing a card from LaBelle's box is the only way they could have gotten...
Get the golden XP, get the green XP coin underneath the balcony.
You have to have the wedding gear, and you have to play the fucking game.
No, I
Grace
got
is
it.
rightfully pissed at him for not warning her about this possibility, and Alex's excuse exposes his selfishness.
I told you you would have left.
Yeah, man, probably. He assures her they're going to get out of this together.
Where you going?
Sends her down the service tunnel towards the kitchen, while he heads
Hey, Jibbity
unlock all the doors. Yeah, probably a good
What?
time to lose some of that jewel Grace. Upgrade.
What book's it called?
Production and art design. The
What's it called?
art in this movie was on point. Designer Avery Lucas tailored each outfit.
No. Don't you mean a black market?
Black market, it's not very similar. Fucking, yeah, it's not real that.
Blue market blueprint.
No, what?
Roadmap of events that have happened.
So I wanted to create something that had a lot of coverage, texture, and length, so we could take away a lot in several different stages. I think there's about 17 versions.
The continually degrading condition of Grace's dress is another great runner in the film, and is even a little symbolic, as discussed by Chelsea and me in our review on the Dead Meat podcast. At the end of the service, Grace takes the wrong door, putting her right in the crosshairs of her new in-law.
What is it called?
Good thing Emily.
No one's ever gonna
Meteor Storm.
Melody Stefano is so goddamn awesome in this game.
No
And hey,
one's
she's
ever
another
gonna
kill
find
count
him.
graduate, having
Look
been
at
in
me.
Saw 6.
Are you the final one or something?
Nah, there's
Grace gets
9
away
ghosts.
from her,
Oh,
but with
come on.
everything still locked,
What?
Daniel ends up finding her in the game room. Just
Why?
like when he was a kid,
Look how many
Daniel
people in
has
this,
to
only
decide whether
two.
to help or not. And just like when he was a kid, he decides to let his
Don't
family
you mean none?
play. But at
I
least
know,
adult
boys.
Ready up. Oh, the purple XP coin to your left.
Slick is willing to give her a 10-second head start.
Yeah.
Better than nothing, after Daniel calls out to the others. Despite Terry,
Interstellar.
No,
letting Grace go. They have a great
Is it a decal?
where even Sharon
so
Is it a decal?
so pain. You do him.
Is it a
You do
decal?
him.
Is it a decal?
You do him.
Is it a decal?
You do him. Christ, that was
charity actor, Elise Levesque, is also excellent in that Pilgrim episode of Into the Dark, which we reviewed on the podcast for Thanksgiving.
my first cig and
The rest of the family could see.
Where the fuck is it?
Ready up, Josh.
Not even with the help of YouTube videos starring the film's writers, Guy Busick and Ryan Murphy.
Guy Busick.
Fitch gives the weapon to Emily, who immediately unloads a bolt into another maid's mouth. Just like with Clara, the second maid, Tina, doesn't die right away, and Aunt Helene has to put the poor girl out of her misery with her battle axe. With Dawn steadily on its way, Becky
That's a try
suggests
getting
that the
10
family
minutes.
use their security camera, and Tony immediately proves willing to bend their rules of traditional gameplay.
That's stupid.
Times change.
So this is a family of loose constructionists. On her way to the kitchen, Grace stops to arm herself up like a big game hunter. And while this kick-ass bride soldier may be the image you saw in the movie poster, don't expect Grace to immediately adapt to that persona.
Jesus.
As brave and resilient as she is, Grace is not like Erin from Your Neck, and she shouldn't have to be. But that is why she forgets to load the gun before trying to shoot her way out through the kitchen door. Grace is forced to hide as the butler Stevens comes in to do kitchen stuff. After Alex finally gets all the doors unlocked, though, Grace takes her newly loaded gun and points it at Steven in an effort to make him let her go. He won't move out of the way, though, and once again, the gun fails to fire.
the ammunition display on
Right, we're gonna land
Yeah,
on
well,
it.
so was this teapot, and that seemed to work just fine. A game of blindy swipe blocks Grace from getting out, and she ends up running back to the dumbwaiter, where she finds the third victim, Dora, hiding in fear.
Hello.
Grace tries to help her, but Dora instead calls out to the Ladomasters to put an end to all this craziness. She accidentally hits the dumbwaiter button, and the door explodes with enough force that it kills her via crushing. That's how you can tell this is built up.
What?
They just don't give
Why
dumbwaiter
are you not
doors that
responding?
same kind of
Why? What do you want me for?
During all
you were
this,
saying you
Alex
landed
has
at
been having a
Hollywood, but you
fucking
never
time of it,
responded.
man.
I mean, I'm already landing here, so yeah.
I was saying we are landing and you weren't
He finds
responding.
himself handcuffed to a bed.
Yeah, what am I supposed to respond to with "We are landing"?
Muy disappointed.
No, you are supposed to
Although
respond. Yes,
Helene
George.
tells him not to worry. Alex was
Right, we're
born
landing
to
Holly
lead the
Hedges.
family.
Why is he the only one of us
Don't care.
who sings to the band?
You should have at least.
She knows how hard hide and seek must be for him too, because in case he didn't figure it out or just forgot, Helene was the bride in the beginning. Husband drew the hide and seek card and wound up getting murdered. Grace is determined not to end up like
What?
that, and is even willing to follow his stories if it means getting out of here alive. She reverse weddings her way through the backyard.
Cause the tier 100's already dead
But a
first.
flashlight peering beam forces her to hide in the stable. Turns out the search
Come here, Josh. I've got bug bashes. I've got bug bashes.
Hiya, Georgie. Unfortunately,
Let me find a chest. I need to open chest.
takes out a gun and lands himself a handshot. After a moment of shock, Grace punches the kid in the face and knocks him out. Haha, yeah, Grace. Watch out for that goat, though. Oh, man, I told you to watch out for that goat. Now you're in a gross pit filled with goat bones. Oh, I have people bones. Oh, hey, it's Charles.
You shield potions.
He always wore his bones so well. Despite having a hole in one hand, Grace climbs her way out of the pit, leading to what may be the movie's most painful
What?
scene to watch. See that nail sticking out right there? Yeah, Grace doesn't. So ready or not, here it comes! Oh my God, that just hurts to see. But she powers through the pain and gets herself out of there. Good for her. After a wedding dress dressing and a cursing of the kid who shot her, Grace is good to go and makes her way out to the front gate of the estate. It takes some elbow grease and a gritty resolve, but eventually Grace escapes the Ladomas ground. Just sucks for her that the local drivers aren't eager to be helpful.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
With Stevens on the prowl, Grace heads into the woods. While back at the house, Tony grows more concerned over the ever-increasing possibility that Grace will survive the night. He believes that if she does, the rest of the family will all die, even though Daniel's not convinced that the curse is legit. This is a fucking game!
Yes, I didn't see.
Daniel and Emily are put on maid cleanup duty, and after dumping their bodies into the goat pit, they find Georgie, right where Grace's fist left him. Emily says she's proud of him for trying to kill Grace. Daniel experiences something different than pride. Stevens finds Grace on the other end of a little woodsy area, but after a short scuffle, Grace manages to use her sash to choke the guy out and gets in his car and drives away. Too bad she didn't double tap it though, because if she had, he wouldn't have been able to report the car as stolen. Since it's a fancy pants car, it's shut down remotely by a security operator named Justin, voiced by Nat Faxon.
Police are on their way.
Start the fucking car!
Okay, there's no need for
Start
preparing.
the car, Justin!
Stevens catches up to Grace and gives her a dose of dark juice to knock her out. He reports back to the family
What are
that
you
he's
watching?
found with the payload, but the obsequious bastard is too busy jamming out to Beethoven to notice when Grace comes to. After a few kicks to the face, Stevens drives the car off-road and flips it over. The violent crash is depicted in slow-motion upside-down shots, and when they finally finish, the lip spittle is dead. Grace crawls out of
What?
the accident and is immediately found by Daniel. And although
Dead
she
meat.
pleads for help once more, appealing to his good guy nature, Daniel says he's too weak to help her and reluctantly knocks her out. Grace has been recaptured, with Dawn only an hour away. So if Alex wants to help her
What?
out, he'd better work faster with those cuffs. He hides his prison briefing when his mother Becky comes in to tell him that although she likes
What did you
they
push?
have to protect the family.
I didn't push
Alex
it,
says
pushed me.
fuck the family.
Oh, fair enough.
They're weird and had him sacrificing
I'm
goats
not
as a
gone,
child.
I'll
Grace is
go
way
to
more
the-
chill and doesn't make him cut any goat throats, so he'd rather be with her than his family. But
Shoot,
Becky
randomly
says
shoot.
she doesn't believe him, and she knows deep down
There,
he's still
look,
Mama's
back
little
in front of
boy.
me.
The ritual is about
Shoot.
to begin. So the family members prepared for it, each in their own special way.
I'm so close.
It's too
I think that was actually
Oh, drop down on me! You know what I'm gonna do? I'm jumping down on this little nerd.
The final
Drop
ritual
down on him because
preparation
30
is placing
HP and
LaBelle's
32
box
HP.
in front of LaBelle's empty chair. Grace then wakes up to find herself tied down to a pentagram. Everyone around her looks like a standard horror movie. See also the curse of Michael Myers. The ceremony begins.
Welcome to the gulag.
Sometimes distasteful.
Welcome to this is like actually a gulag.
Until everyone starts getting some seriously rumbly tummy. Spitting out blood, general fatigue. Oh, I know what your problem is.
Oh no! I'll tell you what HP they are. No, I can't see.
Although not enough to kill them, as he tells her in the hallway. I can run a shit word for you. I'll be fine. On their way out, they're stopped by Carrie, who holds them at gunpoint. She is all fucking in on that sweet Le Domas lifestyle. So when her husband doesn't back down, she shoots him in the neck. Things get crazy for a mo, so I'll just list them here real fast. Charity gets pistol whipped, Tony gets lantern whipped, a house fire gets started, and there's an attempted bow and arrowing by Becky.
In my defense, it's been a while.
Oh, Alex breaks free and comes out to death in the hallway. Despite his urgent pleas for Daniel not to die, that's exactly what
Are you alive, Joe?
Alex isn't thrilled to lose his favorite family member, and come to think of it, he's not even sure.
Welcome to the gulag, my
Grace
friend.
fights with her mother-in-law, who's determined to keep her family safe. But with a little help from LaBelle's boss, Grace turns this night into one wedding and 4 funerals. Or 6 funerals? Whatever. Calm down though, Grace. Becky was only doing this for her family. Haha, yeah, you're right. Fuck her fucking family.
Fuck, fam.
Alex finds Grace. When they last saw each other, the newlyweds were still plotting to escape together. But now, things are a little bloodier and a whole lot messier between them.
It won't be with me after this money.
No, man, probably not. Grace never says that, but sensing that sort of answer from her, Alex puts his hands around her face and calls out for his family. You knew his betrayal was gonna happen eventually. It's got to go down. So gather up the children and hold down the bride. We need to get Rosemary's baby up in this bitch.
Hail Satan! Hail Satan!
Hell, Hitler!
Alex goes to stab Grace, but she's able to rest free enough to take it in her shoulder instead. One banshee scream later, and Grace is able to run out the clock enough to score a victory by countout. Cause it's daylight, motherfuckers! Better hide! Or, right? Aren't y'all supposed to die now? They didn't. Got anything to say for yourself, Invisible Belle? I fucking knew it. It's all bullshit. Bullshit or not, Helene's still got that murder lust, so she goes to kill Grace anyway.
Jessica still dies!
Jesus Christ!
The curse was real. Must have gotten caught in traffic or something. The hide-and-seek record begins to play as LaBelle's curse spreads to the rest of the family. The newbies go first, with Fitch and then Charity popping like blood dimples, shortly followed by Emily and her 2 kids. Though that happens tastefully on screen. Grace begins to crack up as the curse catches up with Tony, too, which she finds so funny she could snort. Is it a sudden ending? Kinda. Is it unsatisfying? Hell no! After all that doubt, the curse was shown to be real. It's also great that these kills were done, at least partially, with practical effects. Charges of fake blood and guts were blown up atop of chroma green stands, and the actors, in the wake of the explosion, were shot with little meat rifles. For the off-screen deaths, they got to use big old meat cannons filled with fake blood and mushed banana. The cast all seemed to have a great time with it. And not just because the fake blood tasted like caramel.
Christian, the first thing he asked was, can I get some in my mouth? And I was like, oh no, don't worry, it's non-toxic if any. And he goes, no, I want to get it in my mouth because I want to do a thing where I spit it out. Is that okay? And this was, I think, day 4 we were shooting, and I went, oh, we're going to be fine.
It really looks like Radio Silence ran a fun and effective shoot all together for this movie. So props to them and their on-set leadership. Alex sticks around the longest and tries to make Grace stay with him, but she is just done with this shit.
What a divorce.
He's the last Le Domas to burst, leaving Grace all alone with nothing but blood on her face. Unless maybe she's not alone. Yo, did I just see LaBelle? Fuck, right. In the original screenplay, though, Grace
Yeah, what was this?
all alone with nothing but blood on.
Who am I watching?
Unless maybe
Oh, it's Jack.
not alone. Yo, did
Jack just got
right. In the original screenplay, Grace died in it, and it was radio silence. Who wrote a 12-page alternate ending to please the crowd and go out on a fun note. I'm glad the producers agreed to do it, even though it meant a lot more work. Grace's hard-fought success here feels more congruent with the film's tone, as does the...
Jack just died.
Okay, that was sick as hell.
We could probably get it killed because
I just hate shooting real bombardment.
Halloween. No, not the 1978 original. No, not the Rob Zombie remake either. Yeah, there you go. The 2018 sequel that has the same exact name as the original for some reason. Although its title is the same. Halloween 2018 is not the Halloween franchise.
We can all play Rocket League.
The direct sequel to the original 1978 classic.
Do you want to play Rocket League?
There's never been a Jamie Lee.
After this,
what
though.
happens if I kill a ghost, right, and then I transform it to the as Mystique?
Oh my god, yeah.
I want to try that out.
You have a power unlocked.
All I have to do is just kill a person, then I have to...
Remember, that fact didn't come out until Halloween 2 in 1981.
I tell you everything.
That's Strongcore. That's Michael Myers' sister.
I think it's entirely understandable that they want to play clean.
What do you mean? Jess, why are you here?
Hi, Jess.
Josh said hi. Hey, yo, Callum, what's up?
No, it isn't Joshua, whoever is Joshua done.
Shut up, Joshua Deutsch. Skyver. Hey, that's correct.
Callum got me off school.
I got Josh off school and all.
You're such a good boy, Callum.
Plus, he wasn't really skiving. I actually do have a problem wrong. I hate Scoobies. Well, that's what we're going off, which is very spreadable.
I hate it.
Which makes me itch everywhere. No, not really Joshua Deutsch. It's Josh. Didn't ask. Shut up, Jace. I can time you out in my stream if I wanted to, bruh.
Oh, so could I?
Sounds like Dr. Loomis in more than one way. In fact, Sartain here was a student of Dr.
I met a child and I said hey to the child and they said, oh my god, a pedo! And I was like, no I'm not. I'm Herbert the pervert.
Oh my god, it's my favorite.
Yeah, I wasn't Skyping again. I was dressed up as a Japanese boy. Oh my god, that scared me. I thought you was actual Dr. Doom then. That went horrible. Horribly.
Yes, I've got the Mystique style. I'm not with people.
What?
Callum, I'm a dude, Hinton. And I can just change.
We do. I'm being burned alive! What? Oh my Jesus! I'll shoot you, Nan. Mate, if you kill me again, I'll shoot you, Nan, and call you Chris. We could play Rocket League if you have it, Jace, because it's for free, and if you get it, we can all play Rocket League. Then Rocket League is Rocket League, yes. Yep, you heard me correctly. No! Some bitch! Oops.
Naughty.
Oh, by the way, Jace, it's not skiving, it's actually staying off school because I have a problem, and problem is probably not a big problem.
There's a new pack in the item shop. There's a new pack in the item shop.
What pack?
It's £20. It's a Skull Squad.
The Skull Squad?
I might just leave the match and have a look at it.
No, Josh, don't be bent.
Callum, it's me that's landed on you. Just saying.
How can we say ring?
Look, Colin, it's me here.
A lot of ass.
Oh, Colin, you're good!
And a chance to see the theater with John Carpenter.
No.
If this hasn't been opened, I can use my Spidey powers. Me no.
Close up on the jackal.
Oh come on, no! It didn't work! It didn't work! Josh, it didn't work! It didn't work!
Even after I pointed it out. So I think it's a lot more clear. When we come back, we find our intrepid podcasters driving around having
So I wasn't skiving, Jack is skiving because he's a noob.
As I mentioned before,
What?
in the dare I say fantastic trailer
Oh my god, can you actually?
that Chelsea and I did for this.
One sec. Oh! No, if I was, you know, his name, Wolverine.
I'm 1 HP.
Oh my god, if I was Wolverine, I could have pickaxes. Yay! But that said, I'm not Wolverine and I'm really itchy.
This is the home of Rory Strode.
I want to possess a car and run your mum with a tractor.
Rory's house is a full-on isolation.
I'm bored.
That we get to see the world's most famous
Mate, where's the truck?
I want to go to Rocket League.
We good? Okay.
Brum. I'm in your mama's truck.
Rory's not very receptive.
Brr, brr.
Colin, pick me up.
Nope.
Downloads for the podcast through them.
Nope. Your boy's gonna go kill someone.
From her daughter's family.
Hello, people!
Very painful.
Hi, person! That was horrible. Okay, well, do you wanna go on Rocket League? Jace, if you want me to restart the stream, because I'm gonna go on Rocket League and I'll need to restart the stream and that'll be okay. And I will do.
Wait, you going on Rocket League now?
Most likely. Josh, Jack's at Doom's Domain, he's Dr. Doom.
Husband Ray, played by strongest man in the world, Toby Huss, and their National Honor Society daughter, Alice, played by
Yeah, I'm off on Rocket League. I'm gonna restart the stream just in case anyone wants